Hello and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast. We're doing kind of an emergency podcast tonight because, well, I'll explain to you why here in a little bit after I introduce the two people with me. With me this week is Game Face. How you doing, Game Face?
I can't complain. I got, potato sprouts growing out my ears, but it's all good.
You should probably go see a doctor about that. With me also, and you heard him once already on this podcast, but he didn't have a name then, is Glitch. Say hello, Glitch.
Hello there. How you all doing tonight?
Oh, man. Oh, we got a really big show today, and I'd like to make the announcement that analog is dead to me, because our cassette recorder crapped out on us.
For some reason, we recorded the podcast on a cassette recorder, and maybe we just did something stupid. I don't know.
Like recording the podcast on a cassette recorder?
Like plugging the microphones into the headphone jack, possibly.
Oh, very heavy.
That would have done it. But for some reason, we got nothing but static, and every once in a while, you could barely hear somebody's voice in the background, and that was it. That was the entire, hour and 20 minutes or however much podcast we recorded. I don't know.
Believe it, we listened to the whole hour of silence.
I fast forwarded through it, but I made sure that there was nothing recorded, and then gave
and stuff.
It was very, very calm.
Yeah, we all grow a little stupid sometimes.
They have no idea what that means.
That's a gay friend of mine. He's very, very gay. Although he's not really, stereotypical like how you would think of as a gay person, but just some of the stories, just some of the crap that he says. It's it's like, who would say that? Oh, that's a Colin thing. And now, we don't even say that's gay anymore. We're politically correct. We just call it Colin.
I don't know how that's politically correct, too.
What's an ad hominem as opposed to a slur?
Make fun of your gay friend.
But it's not a slur. It's not an epithet.
It's a slur against Colin.
I think you would call that an ad hominem.
But it is a slur against Colin.
I don't know. I actually know. I think I know who you're talking about. Well, I know the kind of person you're talking about. But I know about 7 people like that, fortunately. So,
have any of them ever said there's a lack of kangaroos in my life?
Huh?
Have any of them ever said there's a lack of kangaroos in my life? Because Colin did.
Colin quote. I wish I was kidding, but he actually said that to me on the phone once. And I made it a point to tell him, I said, Colin, you realize that's the dorkiest thing I've ever heard you say. And coming from you, that says a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, that says a lot, considering the source.
Yeah.
So do you know anybody weird enough to say that?
No, but,
everyone could use more kangaroo.
Yeah, true. And then again, we probably do...
Except for people in Australia.
No.
They got plenty of kangaroo.
Freaking kangaroo. Kangaroo souffle.
I would try that. I would try some grilled kangaroo meat.
I want to try gator tail.
I do want to try gator tail. That's Cajun.
Ah.
Gator tail.
I think koala would taste actually pretty good, though.
Yeah, but koalas are retarded.
Exactly, they're easy to catch.
You just, throw a bag over your head.
Yeah, koalas.
Kick them. They'll go right down.
I picture some, like a koala, thrashing around in a bag trying to get out. You just, drop kick it.
It wouldn't
It
thrash.
goes, woo!
It just kind of rotate very slowly. I think your microphone might be, infinitely more powerful, more, sensitive than mine, for some reason.
No, I'm just trying to talk softly. I mean, if you talk louder,
carrying
it'll
a big stick
register more harshly. Like this. See, there it goes.
Well, that goes without saying.
That's what I'm doing.
Speak softly and carry a big stick.
See, that's more harsh.
Woo!
See, there it goes.
Spadoinkle?
That's your spadoinkle right there. That's a big ass blob on the screen.
Spadoinkle.
Spadoinkle is not a word.
Yeah,
I need to
is.
get you to read sometime the
Skippy's
list of 213 things he's no longer allowed to do in the U.S. Army. It's
What?
highly
It's this thing
entertaining.
on the internet. It's Skippy's list of 213 things I'm not allowed to do in the army. One of them is crucifying mice is generally a bad idea. I am not authorized to use military vehicles to squish things. The
giant space ants are not at the top of my chain of command.
When asked to say a few words, romper, bumper, stomper, boo will not suffice. Or my personal favorite is, if anything causes me to giggle for more than 15 seconds, I'm to assume I'm not allowed to do it.
I'm not allowed to show up for formation messily drunk and half-dressed in a Russian uniform, even if my superior did it.
Unless my superior thinks it's funny. Really
If
funny.
my superior has 2 stars and I have 4 bars, it means he's my superior. It doesn't mean I've been promoted 2 more times than you. It's freaking
Wow,
awesome.
I forgot about that one.
And then
We're kind of plagiarizing.
our military vehicles cannot assemble into a giant battle robot. They should be able to. That'd be awesome.
They
like
don't?
the Voltron army.
I'm sure they do. They just don't have it in public use yet, or something.
Mmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
We
there's-
need to build Gundams.
Because the only people who are unfortunate enough to be on the receiving end of one crap themselves and die.
I
And the
decided,
people on the other end must not speak a word.
I decided the other day that if I was stuck in a zombie apocalypse and I could have one thing, one weapon with unlimited ammunition, I would have a Gundam. Awesome.
You wouldn't even have to use it, you know, you could just kind of camp out inside of it.
what else?
Make s'mores.
I hate to be a buzzkill, but what about food, water, and
Marshmallows.
Well, that's not
Keep
weapons, though.
forever.
I'm just talking specifically about weapons.
Yeah, no, but how are you gonna?
I'll just, get out of my Gundam and go and get some food and get back in my Gundam and kill some zombies.
Well, if it's a zombie apocalypse, there's gonna be zombies
Zombocalypse.
everywhere. So no matter where you go, you're gonna have to kill the zombies.
I just thought of a great
imagine
name
I'll
for
have
an
some
album.
kind of hand weapons up in my Gundam, but those will be limited ammunition. I'll probably have to raid gun stores every time I find one.
I just
Gun
thought
store!
I just thought of a great name for an album name. Zombie Stew.
Is your phone on silent?
Yes,
Tell me
it
your
is.
phone's on silent. Is your phone on silent?
Vibrate.
Okay, that works.
Can't go on silent. Please vibrate on my phone.
As long as it's not going to ring during the podcast, because every time that happens, it's annoying.
How about anybody whose cell phone rings has to buy a case of beer for the next podcast, or something like that?
It would be
I
just
buy
my
them
luck.
anyway.
It would be just my luck, and it would be the one time that my cell phone actually rings.
No,
Yeah.
like an expensive import kind of, like
Negro Modelo.
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's not looking like we're going to get to go to,
Otakon. No, I think we may still be up for that.
I thought you said we wouldn't be able to. You said you wouldn't have money. Because we got rent.
Oh, well, we're not going actually to stay. We're just going to make it a day trip. And, going to hang out with someone who could offer us lodgings to possibly guest star on our show for that. It's a friend of mine from work. Long story, but we'll fill you in
Yeah,
on
we
the
need,
details. If we can do this, it'll be awesome.
Garth to come.
Yeah.
Garth
By
needs to
Garth,
come
we
with
mean
us.
D-Pad, a.k.a. Ian.
Yes, D-Pad must come with us to Otakon. And I would love to go to Otakon dressed as Silent Bob, but I don't have the proper stuff yet, because that would be freaking awesome. And people be like, "Oh my god, it's Silent Bob!" You know, he basically dresses like that in real life.
Yeah.
We've seen
Yeah,
him in
pretty
real
much.
life. He dresses like that.
Without the hat.
Yeah, that's about the only thing that he doesn't do is the hat.
Yeah, I'll save my money for MagFest anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Magfest?
Yeah.
Is that like
I've heard of.
Is that like
It's a
Mag,
video.
the video game?
No, it's a.
Because that would be pretty awesome. Like,
It's a video game rock kind of convention down in Washington, near Washington D.C.
When is that?
'cause I
it's
thought
in
you were saying like
January.
MagFest, like it's about the video game or Mag for the PlayStation 3. Because you can get like network a bunch of PlayStation 3s and then play it. That'd be fucking awesome. Because that's 256 players, man.
Yeah.
You could do like a bunch of people at one time play one game and then switch out and help a bunch of other people play another game. It'd be awesome. Have con thing centered around that. By the way, we have your keys.
I think I gave them back to him.
You get them back to me.
I was really confused when you left and you were all the way home and I found your keys.
Well,
I found
I always
his
have
keys.
a spare key in my car anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably not the
I
best
found
place
his
to keep
keys
it, but-
actually,
Yeah, you
and then
did.
I picked them up thinking that they were my keys because I just glanced at them because we were leaving. And then I put them in my pocket. Then I pulled them out later. I was like, these aren't my keys. What the hell?
Oh, just to keep tradition. What are we drinking today? Nothing.
Booze.
Air
Air.
It's free.
Breathe
It's-
in. Breathe
won't
it
get
out.
you drunk.
Liquid
And
Brought
air.
to you by
No
the
nasty
makers
hangover.
of Oxygen. Yeah, we ran out of beer.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait till Mo sees how messed up I got without him.
so I've got myself a little glass of MD 2020. Glitch has got a frozen mocha,
Iced mocha.
and I think Joystick has a can of Pledge, but I don't think he's drinking it.
Yeah, I better not be drinking a can of Pledge. That'd be
It's just
fucking
kind of
nasty.
there.
Did I ever tell you, Glitch, that I am writing a movie?
Really?
Yes, I'm writing a movie.
Huh.
It's a zombie movie sequel to Titanic where they find a zombie at the crash site of the Titanic and bring it up to the surface and turn it into a cyborg zombie. It gets loose and starts killing people. It's gonna
Jack's
be
back,
awesome.
baby. Jack's back.
It's gonna be awesome.
Wouldn't the body be completely decomposed and fish would kind of bite
Not
away
necessarily,
at the
because
Not
it's
if it's
going to be
a
like
zombo.
a voodoo zombie. So it's not going to decompose because it'll be like magic.
Zombo number 5.
Like there are. I mean, there are two kinds of zombies. There's the typical kind of zombies that's like the virus kind,
The
but
fleshy,
even older
like the,
than that are like the voodoo zombies,
the
which are
brainwashed.
which don't necessarily have to come from living people, but they can. Like, you ever heard of the movie White Zombie?
I've heard of it, yeah.
There's a voodoo zombie in that. It's one of the earliest movies, like, to have the word zombie, you know.
It's a funny word, isn't it? I'd like to find the etymology of that word. Zombie.
I've looked it up before, but I don't remember what it is, where it came from and shit.
Wiki it.
My favorite.
Yeah, I could totally
Yeah, did
do
you hear
that.
that there's a website now called WikiLeaks? That's basically just like a source for leaked military documents from the Iraq War.
Yeah,
it's
I
it's a wiki.
I thought the government tried to close that one time, but
Well, it's
I know it's under like free press.
it's
free
British
speech.
run. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess they.
Why
could
did you
live
call
that.
me, Alex?
Oh, I was hoping your phone would ring, so you'd have to buy the beer next week.
Yeah, my phone's on silent.
That would have been funny. Because we were just talking about it when I called you.
Yeah.
Should we get on with our topics?
Yeah, we should move on to the
This
first topic. We
This
do
is
have...
kind of a laid back night.
Okay, how late are we? Okay, 11 minutes? Okay, we'll get to our topics first. First topic. For fans of the Gears of War franchise, you have the chance to decide the fate of the third Carmine brother in Gears of War 3. On July 29th, 2 Xbox 360 avatar t-shirts, that means like 2 t-shirts designed to go on your avatar for your Xbox 360, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
will go on sale, and they will say either Save Carmine or Carmine Must Die. And you will vote by buying the t-shirt for your guy, and the one with the most votes is what will happen in the story.
So it's
All-
kind of like, Team Edward and Team what's his name,
Jacob.
Clancy. No, Clancy.
Yeah.
Screw Clancy. Clancy sucks.
Anyway, well, what about Clancy Ray?
I'm talking
Or
about
Tom Clancy.
I'm talking about Clancy from Twilight. I don't think there's a Clancy, but you know,
No,
it's my name for people
Jacob.
who suck.
I have a friend who works at Burger King. He knows it's Jacob and Edward. Believe me, he's miserable.
Clancy.
Anyway, all profits from this will go to Child's Play, which is a game-themed charity, and they like get video games to like children's hospitals and stuff like that.
Wow. I don't think I heard about that the first time through.
I did mention
There's
it.
a
I think
video-game-based charitable
yeah, it's done
organization.
by the guys at Penny Arcade.
I wonder if that's a tax write-off.
That's cool, though. I think it's really cool. But
Well, it is kind of cool, but it's wow.
This is like a whole different way of letting fans choose how the story will go. I mean, it's not like in-depth like Mass Effect, where there is literally a choice in Mass Effect where you choose who is going to live and who is going to die. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is like you're choosing, is this guy going to live or die? But it's not a different choice for everybody. It's the same choice for anybody. So he might wind up dying if you want him to live. He might wind up living if you want him to die. But I still think it's kind of cool to let the fans decide something from the game's story.
Well, that kind of depends. If from what I've seen in the Gears of War series, if you have a helmet on that's supposed to protect you, you're gonna die anyways. If you have your helmet off, you're gonna live. So it kind of depends if he has his helmet on or off.
It's fatalism.
No,
Maybe his two brothers had their helmets off because they both died.
Maybe
No,
it's
no,
Murphy's
no.
Law.
His pretty much there's in Gears of 1 and Gears of War 1 and 2, you always had a companion besides the two main characters you could play it with. And that companion always had the helmet on, and he always died in a really gruesome way. Like in the second one, there's some spoilers here, you get eaten by a giant worm. And
in the first one, like the guy got executed, shot in the back of the head while he was down on his knees, didn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, in the second one, basically the guy gets chopped in half by the worm. He still is alive, and then you see him later in the level, whenever you're going through the worm, you see him being digested.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
that's pretty gruesome.
And I was laughing my ass off whenever I was laughing my ass off because throughout the first half of the game, I was making jokes left and right because I was making sir, I'm feeling kind of exposed out here. You really should take. Should I take my helmet off? No. We're gonna need you for later, son. All that kind of stuff. I feel kind of expendable right now. So,
Wow. Be sure to pack your antacids. That was lame.
Yeah, it was.
People groaned at that one.
Oh man.
I'm not sure you can get an anti-acid strong enough to save you from your stomach.
Maybe if you... Not even if you were yourself an anti-acid.
That would, then you would be like this. Then you would dissolve, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it wouldn't be much of a video game then. Just roll around as an antacid with a helmet on.
Or
Flintstones
retarded
vitamin.
anti-acid.
Nah, if you want to survive, you gotta have your helmet off. Remember.
Right.
Because that sounds like such a good idea when you're at war with alien species.
Yeah. Or that could be it. The U.S. military should adapt that. Who knows? It could save a lot of lives if you don't have your helmet on. Video game lessons 101. Always have your helmet off whenever you're in the middle of a firefight.
Don't worry about dying because you will respawn.
Yes. If you
Joining
run
the
out,
army would just be like a real-life first-person shooter. I heard a commercial that compared auto insurance to real-life cheat codes. I was like, that's really lame, but wow, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, that is totally fucking lame.
Yeah. Life is not like a video game. I was like, why not?
Why can't it be? That'd be pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Life should be more like video games.
Video games are getting
I should
more
just
like
be
life.
able to randomly spawn like an AK-47 in my hands whenever I feel I need it.
Donkey Kong mode, the big heads.
Yeah, Donkey Kong mode, just a barrel appears in your hand to throw at people. I don't like you, lady.
Move out of the way!
I was thinking more like if you have to give a speech in class, you can just make everybody look like they have ginormous heads.
I suppose that would be less awkward than imagining everyone naked, which is what your teachers always tell you to do.
Yeah, I could never do that.
Or was it imagine everyone naked, or was it imagine everyone in their underwear?
Well, there's the PG-rated version and the R-rated version. Depends on what grade you're in.
Then you get to about 15 and you go, can I imagine her naked? And you're like, no!
Next question.
That reminds me of an episode from Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh, yeah.
When Filbert's singing, and, they're like,
He was doing
his CD, his, tape recorder broke, so he's like, you broke my tape recorder, now I'm gonna fail! And the guy that made the tape recorder said, oh, dude, just come on. He pushes him on stage, he's like, just imagine them naked. And walks down stage, and it's all these pigs that are nude. And he's like, I can do it! And then it shows you, he starts singing, and it shows the outside, it's like, nudist pig colonies,
and then,
special dinner.
And then he sold a refrigerator to an Eskimo. I remember that quite distinctly. Yes. Because the tape turned out it wasn't actually a stage fright tape, self-help tape. It was actually like a salesperson's self-help tape.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I never really cared for that show, but I did think it was funny when that one kid's like, every time a car loses its gas cap, an angel gains its wings. That's what my teacher said.
Your teacher's full of snot. Yeah.
I remember that. That amused me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I always liked Angry Beavers.
Angry Beavers was funny. They said spoot. Spoot.
We're easily amused on this show.
It's a funny word. Elbow.
God, I miss the 90s.
Yeah. They were like Tamagotchis and stuff.
Weren't those that little virtual pet thing?
Yeah.
I remember having one of those.
Man, I had
It
one of
died.
those. I remember thinking that they were like so sought after. Like people were like, if they were in short supply, people were like paying hundreds of dollars for them. And then I walked past a kiosk of them at Sears, and I was like, $12.99. I was like, okay, can you get one? Yeah, sure. And then it sucked. I think I threw it on top of my elementary school building.
Was Beanie Babies that were like that.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How did we get from choosing the story of Gears of War 3 to talking about throwing Beanie Babies off of places or something?
Your guess is as good as mine, dude. I just go with the flow.
Yeah, we stopped bringing logic into this a long time
3.
ago.
I've heard a lot of people say, why is there even a Gears of War 3? Because it ended just fine in Gears of War 2.
It did. The entire Locust was gone. Humanity was saved. There was nothing really much else to do. I mean, the entire Locust civilization is gone.
I haven't
you can't
played
really
Gears
go much
2,
from there.
but I beat Gears 1, and a lot of people said it's an unnecessary sequel, but I think it's just cool that they're not necessarily going to kill the third Carmine brother, continue the luck of the family there, because apparently they died in the first and second game.
Yeah. As I said, keep your helmet off. If you keep your helmet off, and you're going to live. Despite what the government tells you.
Yeah, and if you hide under your desk, in an air raid, you can survive a nuclear explosion.
Yeah,
it's like, anybody see the film within a film and the animation within the animation and Iron Giant?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
The kid ducks under his desk and a bomb goes off overhead, and he's in like this bundt cake-shaped crater with the desk in the middle of it, and this big grin on his face. That made me happy.
I remember some episode of some television show where it was like this guy was having a dream that he got transported back in time. And then they were doing duck and cover drills in like the 50s in their school. And he goes, duck? The teacher's like, duck and cover. And he goes, and kiss your ass goodbye. And he got in trouble for saying ass in school.
I like the Lewis Black's his opinion on that. It's like, of course, you know, you bend over in that position. When you get up, your nose would probably end up on your shoe. This is kind of droning on and on.
We should move on to the next
topic.
topic. Okay, this week at Comic-Con, there were 6 new Marvel vs. Capcom characters revealed. Trish from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Super Skrull. Chun-Li.
Kind of obvious.
Doctor Doom.
It's getting obvious.
Amaterasu from Okami.
Ooh, that one I might be interested in.
And Thor.
Thor?
Thor.
Oh, Thor. What
Yes.
is it, Thor? I was like,
Thor!
what the hell's Thor?
Thor, like Thor. Thor.
Well, yeah, no, I thought you said Thor.
It's Rodney Dangerfield.
I'd like to see
Sure.
how Amaterasu is going to fight in the game.
Oh.
That's pretty interesting. I didn't expect them to
Backflips.
put that one in there.
Oh, yeah,
But I'm glad all the same.
probably like the solar disc or something. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm playing through it a second time anyway. So yeah.
Never played it, actually.
I own it. Okami.
You should. It's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
It's
Seriously.
like The Legend of Zelda. It's very similar to The Legend of Zelda,
With
and very
cel shading.
unique at the same time.
I've
and the
seen it. Oh,
graphics,
it's awesome.
it's not really cel shading. It's more like Japanese woodblock paintings.
Sumi-e.
And next time you're over, you gotta play it.
I own it.
It's a fun.
What's
it's
this
a great
thing
game.
PlayStation 2.
And
Yes.
Yeah, we do have a PlayStation 2.
The game is just, it's gorgeous. It's got beautiful music. It's got a good sense of humor. It's got a cool traditional story, traditional Japanese story of good versus evil. It is an excellent game, and I love Amaterasu as a character. I love the design on the character. I was really excited when I heard about her being in this game.
the only negative I have to say about Okami is the final boss, but I'm not gonna reveal anything about that. Those who haven't played it yet, but yeah, it's too.
Yeah, we can spoil Gears of War, but not Okami.
Well, Gears of War, once you get down to it, is just it's a cliche kind of game, but
Everybody knows how a war ends.
yeah,
Bad
Somebody
guys die.
wins and somebody dies.
yeah.
In a ditch.
Hitler died in a bunker, not a ditch.
Well, but yeah,
Bunker's too flattering.
Bunker.
But
That's a funny word too, bunker.
But yeah, the final boss of Okami is just
Bunker, you hardly knew her.
it's just too the final boss just takes too long. Like,
Is it Orochi?
huh?
Is it Orochi?
No. Orochi's the first of the many. No, he's the second of many like 5 bosses you can fight.
Oh, because I've never beat it. I've just played it a lot, and
Then you have. How far have you gotten?
I don't remember.
Then you haven't beaten the game.
No.
There's as I said, there was like 5 bosses, and Orochi is like the second one. He's the second one.
I remember that
Then
Japanese
you have to fight
guy with
Orochi's.
like a big wooden sword that he thought he was like this great warrior, and he slept all the time.
Yeah.
Do you have to fight Orochi's father, Papa Orochi?
Boo.
I'm sleep deprived.
Good
I
for that.
apologize.
For that, let's just go to the next topic.
Yeah, you know
ruined it.
that calls for an intermission.
Yeah, go ahead
Yeah.
and pause it because.
Intermission.
Okay, so we took a
Intermission.
little tiny ass break there, and I don't know. I do not know.
Good stuff.
let's go to the next topic. I'm so tired right now.
I know. This is one of those weird weekday doldrum type things.
Tim Schafer, you remember his comments directed at Bobby Kotick, right?
Yeah.
He said his comments directed at Bobby Kotick were a mistake.
No.
He said he shouldn't have said it. He didn't name names, but he compared working at EA, working with EA. Shut the hell up. To the scene in Empire Strikes Back, where the group walks in and Darth Vader is sitting at the table. He basically said Bobby Kotick is Darth Vader. I fucking love Tim Schafer.
I tell the CNN story again, but I think I already told that one multiple times.
Oh, possibly. I don't even know what story you're talking about, but okay.
The one where I walked in and there, George Bush was on CNN.
Oh, yeah, that. You told that before,
Yeah.
I think. You told that on the podcast before.
Yeah, and my roommate was playing the new Knights of the Old Republic, and I walk in and I see W on TV, and I hear the Imperial Death March. I was like,
that
what?
was a very, very, very
I've
good
heard.
game, Knights of the Old Republic. I want to play it again, but I can't until my computer is back up and running again, which I'm going to call my dad after this and see if I can get a hold of him and try to get that working. So, yeah. Bobby Kotick is Darth Vader. Mark it down, kids, because it's fucking true, apparently. I thought this
on this, folks.
this comment just I chuckled at this story and had to bring this up on the podcast, and plus it's a follow-up to a story that we did last week.
As I said, I tried out Brutal Legend. I gotta say, I love Tim Schafer's humor in a lot of his games. Like, he's the comedian in the video game world.
Mm-hmm.
I actually haven't played any of his PC games. I want to try
Grim Fandango, right?
That's like an old
Grim
school adventure.
Fandango
Isn't it?
and Monkey Island.
You did Monkey Island?
Yeah.
I know we did Monkey Island.
That's supposed to be amazing.
Yeah. Actually, I think they have a few sequels on Xbox Live now.
I don't know if
With
they're
the
sequels or
adventures.
remakes, but I know there's a Monkey Island game for the Xbox and PlayStation Networks, like downloadable content.
Yeah. But yeah, he did a few, how was it, he did a few games of the adventure type,
And
Day of the Tentacle, I remember, yeah, it was him, I think. Or was that, wait, no, yeah, that was him, Day of the Tentacle was him. And then there was,
that one I'm not familiar with.
that one was a little bit odd, it was more of a Looney Tunes kind of, funny slapstick humor.
So it's more like
That's
a Japanese
awesome.
anime kind of thing. Oh!
I wasn't going to go there, but I didn't have to, because you did it for me.
Yeah, you can always trust me to go there.
I need to drink.
I made you have to drink.
You made me have to drink.
Alright!
This is why I can't
It's
have
fucking
nice
awesome. I made Game Face have to drink.
I need to drink that out of my brain. Go face the wall.
He's got tentacles in his brain.
That sounds painful.
And like bouncing anime boobs and some girl trying desperately to not. No, and I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back,
you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Your face is the weakest link. Goodbye.
but yeah, going back to Tim Schafer and all that, yeah, I really liked his. I liked his work in like Psychonauts and Brutal Legend the best. I haven't played Brutal Legend. I've just played the demo. I'm gonna get it soon though and try it out.
The demo was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
They had like that weak ass shit metal band at the beginning, so-called metal Cabbage Boy.
No, you are my girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were called Cabbage Boy. And the guy's he's just standing there, metals. twisted.
Wish I could go back way back in the history of metal. You mean like the 70s? No.
More like early 70s.
I love it whenever you select, it asks you, whenever you just want to say, "You stupid mother," and it just says, so this demo does contain some harsh language that you or some wussies might find inappropriate. And it's like, no, I want to hear some foul language, or it's funnier if you bleep it out. And then second, whenever they show gore, it's like, I don't know. That was not as funny. It's like, yes, it's like either between, yes, I want to see blood and guts everywhere, or nah, I want to keep this more tame or something like that. It's not
I think
as
it
funny.
can be funny when things get bleeped out. Because sometimes...
when it gets bleeped out at like very inappropriate times, that's why censoring
uncommon
cartoons
censorship
on...
or, unnecessary censorship.
Yes, unnecessary censorship stuff is funny. I saw someone do unnecessary censorship on Zelda. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, me, princess. So great.
I've got to see that. Oh, that's great.
Oh, it's awesome.
I think one of the better ones I've seen was Sesame Street, actually. Unnecessary censorship.
That even smell like letter F.
Oh.
Actually, the very best part of that is right at the beginning when Elmo is beep you baby.
You ever seen Sesame Street? It was directed by Martin Scorsese.
No.
I don't remember much of it because it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do remember Bert and Ernie were sitting there. He's like, "Hey, Bert, you fuck my wife? You fuck my wife, Bert? You fuck my wife?" It was awesome.
Not as good as Charles Bronson in the Andy Griffith Show.
Where's Otis? I thought he was supposed to be in his shell.
I shot him.
What?
What?
Now I'm going to Emmett's Fix-It Shop to fix Emmett. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Barney was the one that made the Andy Griffith Show great. Boy, are we off topic. So,
what's wrong with Andy Griffith? That's
what's
totally
wrong
on topic.
with Andy Griffith?
Oh no, we're not doing the backup vocals.
We're not doing the backup
I'm having
vocals.
like deja vu flashbacks to the Sunday when we actually did this.
I'm
the first
having
time
deja
around.
vu flashbacks to Sunday.
And it was you
and
Drew Bag just doing
you and Drew
vocals
Bag.
to everything.
Alright, let's just go back. Let's
We have more topics.
let's go next topic.
You don't like my backup
Save
vocals?
me from myself.
You don't like my backup vocals? What's wrong with my backup vocals?
Well,
Well, we started doing that when you were on the phone with Paul.
Oh yeah.
He just decided he was going to start doing that, and then I started doing it too. We were backing up everything you said to Paul.
It's like Real Men of Genius. It was brilliant.
Real man of genius.
Mr. Over the Top Carb Counter.
Mr. Big Foam Finger Maker.
All we do is quote stuff.
Yeah,
But it's cool because we have good taste. Anyway,
we failed.
what's next on the agenda?
We have an agenda?
Wait, I have a manufacturing wing? I have a staff?
Where's that from?
Venture Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Season 2.
Oh man, I
First episode of Season 2. Oh yeah.
Okay.
By the way, were you like me whenever you were disappointed at the new season whenever they started out, like Brock was gone and all that? Like,
Season 4?
yeah,
Oh, he came back then. It was
Yeah.
really funny.
yeah, I know. He was.
I didn't see. I saw.
Sergeant Hatred isn't that bad of a character, though.
Sergeant Hatred is hysterical.
Yeah.
He's such
Where
a
he's got, like-
miserable human being.
He's got like an uncontrollable urge for little boys or something.
Because I don't want to lay eggs. I already know you used to be a pedestrian. I saw. Let's see.
That's
that
all I've
show-
seen is that
I saw
season.
all the first 2 seasons, and I saw about halfway through the third, and like maybe 1 or 2 episodes out of the fourth. I would like to get caught up on it. Very much. I was a fan.
Okay, shall we move on, gentlemen?
Yes.
As you all know, at E3, Sucker Punch revealed the new look for Cole McGrath for Infamous 2. And a whole lot of people were pissed off about it, saying that he looked like a jock or a douche or whatever, because he wore different clothes and had tattoos on his arms, and a whole lot of people were pissed off. Well, it would seem that Sucker Punch has paid attention to you guys bitching on the internet about the new look for Cole, and they are changing that.
He now looks like Justin Timberlake.
They have paid attention to the negative reaction
to
the look in Infamous 2, and they are going back to something that looks more like what he did in the first game. I don't think they revealed what it looks like, but that's kind of cool. Say something.
No. That's, that dumb. I'm just gonna randomly disagree.
Fuck your couch.
Never played Infamous. Don't really want to. Doesn't look all that good. So
it is very, very good. It is superb.
Have you played Prototype?
No, I don't really want to play those games.
And I thought Prototype was amazing. I've told that Infamous, although with a few flaws, is much more well-rounded.
It's a much more well-rounded game. It's not buggy like Prototype is. It's a whole lot less repetitive than Prototype is. The voice acting and story are both better than Prototype.
If I want to play a sandbox game with superpowers, I'll stick with Crackdown, the original version.
Yeah, I heard Crackdown 2 kind of sucked.
Yeah, actually, what I find kind of funny, the graphics look worse than the original.
That makes Baby Jesus cry.
Like seriously, like if you compare explosions from the first and the second game, the first ones look a lot more energetic and, glowy kind of stuff. The second one just kind of looks like
bleam.
Yeah, it kind of just looks. It doesn't really look like it has any impact to it. It's just like a pretty light show. Instead, you don't see like a ring, of pressure coming from the explosion like you did in the first one. It's just a bright light. But yeah, I'll just stick with Crackdown over Infamous or Prototype or anything like that.
Well, Infamous really is a very, very good game, and I've played quite a bit of it. I haven't beaten it, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm very excited about the sequel. And I didn't feel one way or the other about the new look for Cole. That being said, the original look for Cole, the original character design, was cool, so I am not going to complain about them going back to that. If you spill that on the carpet, I'm going to hurt you.
Oh, I did.
Damn it, I'm going to punch you in the balls.
I didn't spill it on your laptop.
I'm going to punch you
it's all over his shoes.
In the motherfucking goddamn baby raping nuts.
Oh. Let's not say that. I did, however, spill it on the surge protector.
So if we get shocked and die, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yes, so if we all die, we're going to kick your ass.
And Jesus will approve that.
Jesus will be like, yeah, fuck him. That's what Jesus will be like.
He has short hair.
Fuck that guy. This is a long hair only club. See, I'm Jesus. I got long hair.
Yeah.
I'm a rocker. That's how I roll. That was an unintentional pun.
I was just going to say something really disgusting, but I actually did have hair done on my nipples once.
I had hair halfway down my back once. It was awesome. It went down to like here.
Longest I ever had my hair was about down to my shoulders, actually. It was cool. I miss it.
Well, so grow it back?
Nah, I'm business casual. Short.
Move that mouse, would you? There you go. There we are. I can see my voice. This is my voice.
Alright, is there any other topics?
Yes, there is one more topic.
We're all falling asleep here.
There's one more topic for this week. Only one more now. Shut up, you pansy. There you go. Mass Effect 2 is getting another piece of downloadable content, and this one actually sounds extremely cool. because you're going after the Shadow Broker. Liara Chisane, from the first game, returns to Shepard's crew as you will be seeking out the Shadow Broker, and you'll finally find out who or what the Shadow Broker is, and that's pretty cool.
Isn't that Enron guy?
Enron?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
The Shadow Broker?
What?
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of another story.
What are you babbling about?
But, I don't know, I never really got into Mass Effect or Mass Effect 2. I know it's a good game, I'll give it that much, but I just never got into it, so I got nothing to say. All I have to say is that...
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
I love the first Mass Effect. It's one of my all-time favorite RPGs. And the company that makes it has an almost perfect record for making RPGs. Their one not-so-good RPG actually wound up being Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood for the DS. They made an RPG from Sonic, and it had some cool ideas. They just weren't all that well implemented. Yeah, it's making noise on there, man.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. He made it look kind of like a chain link fence there for a second.
Sorry.
We're talking about the waveform on Audacity again. Yeah, we do that a lot. That's alright.
If Andrew
It's all
was
good.
here, he'd probably talk Mass Effect with me on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's playing the second one, and I'm jealous because I don't have
a.
I don't have a 360. I didn't have one when the second one came out, so I haven't played Mass Effect 2 yet. I want to so fucking bad.
Almost bought a
That game
360.
looks amazing.
Can't believe it's still $60. I was looking around.
Wow.
Mass Effect 2 was released like this year.
Well, you think it would go down at least like $10 after like a few weeks, or at least a few months.
Usually
yeah.
games that are as popular as Mass Effect don't.
Yeah. Like Modern Warfare, even though it's Modern Warfare 2, even though it is like about a year old now, I believe, or something. I can't remember. It's still $60.
That doesn't surprise me. Modern Warfare 1's what, like 50 still?
45 or so. Well, actually, no. It's
Of course, because it's modern.
It's 20. It's actually $25.
Wow, it finally dropped in price? Because I know, like, World at War came out and it didn't drop in price. And then then they announced Modern Warfare 2 and it still didn't drop in price. It's ridiculous. We've gotten another one. We're getting a third one. Or a second one. They dropped the price already. It took them forever to drop the price of Halo 2. I remember that. That took ages. I mean, it was like $30 to $40 for like 4 years or something.
It's like Windows 3.1 that's still not common domain, like public domain.
Yeah,
Like, they still protect that stuff.
Funny story about Halo 2, actually. My cousin and I, we bought it together. We each put like $25 in to get it, and we spent all night playing Halo 2. We're getting through it, and then once we beat the final the boss, and all of a sudden it just hit us like, "Sir, finishing this fight," and it just hits us with the end credits. We both like dropped our controllers from our hands, and we both yelled out, "What the fuck!"
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this is in my parents' living room, and we were up at like 3 until like about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we screamed it out. It was that, but we returned it. We returned it later that day, and even the guy sympathized with us and gave us our full refund back.
Nice.
Yeah, the ending to that game was
to,
like bad. There wasn't an ending to that game, really. It's
I've heard
just
similar reactions to Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge is very short.
Well,
It can be frustrating, but when it works, it's very, very cool.
Well, see, that's what I thought. I knew someone who played it who actually did parkour, and he bought it and returned it the same day.
You'd probably beat it.
It's supposed to be really, really awkward.
Well, first-person platforming kind of thing,
Yeah.
But
It's the best they've done for first-person platforming thus far, to be honest.
Plus, it's more for like people who want to get better, who want to try like speedrunners. Like that's a game. That's a perfect game for speedrunners. But not like an average person. Not like a.
It's a really cool concept with a really cool art style.
Yeah.
But it's just nothing. But it's nothing for like a
Looks
casual
like a
gamer. But
There's a whole lot of trial and error in it.
yeah.
And it's a fun game. Don't hear me saying it's not. It's a fun game, but it's very short. It's got a whole lot of trial and error, and you'll be doing the same things over and over again until you get it right. But when you do get it right, you just go from one building to another, to another, to another. It's a lot of fun. But the trial and error part, not so much.
Yeah. That was it. I was watching a walkthrough of that game, and a run through, and the guy was trying so hard not to kill anyone, and because he knocked the guy out, grabbed this guy and knocked him out, and everything. And there was one time he had to go through scaffolding on a building, and all of a sudden the guy just kind of popped around the corner, and he accidentally hit the attack button and kicked him off the ledge. Kicked him off the scaffolding. And he's like, "Oh shit!" It's like, "Oh shit! I'm so sorry. Oh god."
That's funny.
That's funny.
Attacking. It's like those old RPGs where you could just attack the crap out of civilians.
Old RPGs where you could attack the crap out of civilians.
Like the first generation of 3D RPGs.
I thought you were talking about Fallout, because you could attack civilians in Fallout.
Yeah.
You just go into the town and you pull out your gun and start shooting people.
Good stuff.
Fallout was awesome. That was 97. That was the best RPG released in 97. Fuck you, Final Fantasy 7. Fallout was better.
I used to have a demo of Simcopter. Man, the evil crap that you can do with that game.
I remember SimCity. I spent a whole lot more time destroying than I spent building in SimCity.
In Simcopter, you could yell a circulation of random things that you could yell out of your helicopter over the intercom, and one of them was, "I want a room with a shower, please." You could pick people up, rescue them, and they'd be sitting there. You'd see them in the back, this little icon of them in the back seat smiling. You could pick them out with your omnipotent hand and drop them at 1,200 feet, or you could lift them up a little bit higher and just drop them into your rotors. Which doesn't make technical sense, but it was so satisfying. And it was all
reminds me of Black and
polygonated.
White. You ever play Black and White?
Yeah.
You get to play God and you could just pick people up and toss them up in the air and they'll fall down and splat.
Yeah.
And then you get a cool creature like a big werewolf or something. It was awesome.
I chose the tiger for obvious reasons, but yeah.
They're awesome.
I always fed them humans for sacrifices.
That's awesome.
Of course.
I made it, and every game that's has the free, you can do whatever you want. I always go evil first, because quite frankly, if you're gonna play a game, you want to have as much fun with it, and most of the time, the fun
That's what
stuff
it's designed for.
is in the bad stuff.
So you're saying you blew up Megaton?
Yeah. Oh no. Actually, no. I didn't blow up Megaton because, well, first of all, I didn't want to do it that easy. I didn't want to kill everyone that easy. What I did was I waited a little bit until I leveled up a lot. I waited until I got a shotgun and the bloody mess perk.
So he splattered them everywhere.
Oh, it was a massacre. I spent must have probably dozens and dozens of man hours trying, getting every single
So in
person.
other words, dozens and dozens of hours?
Yes. I've replayed it. I replayed playing the same mission. Every time whenever I was like, I need to kill someone, I just replayed that mission. I just replayed the destroying of Megaton and Rivet City, and
There's a whole lot of people in Rivet City.
yeah, I know.
It was one of the biggest cities in that game, wasn't it?
Yeah, And I also tried to kill everyone in the Lincoln Memorial, or in what was the Ghoul Town? What was that? What was the name of the Ghoul Town?
I don't remember. That was underground, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's looking like a ghost town.
I killed everyone there. I killed pretty much. I really wanted
to kill Three Dog.
No, I haven't yet because he has some of the only good music in there. In the game, besides the no music.
Mighty mighty man, I'm younger in my prime. I remember that song.
Oh, is that from?
That game.
Oh, sweet.
Fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. No idea what
I just want bang bang bang.
Is that? Oh man, I don't know why I like the music in that so much.
That's the 1920s kind of
Bongo,
swing.
bongo, bongo. I don't want to leave the Congo. Oh no.
That's the one song I can't stand.
I love that song.
That's the only time whenever I turn over to the Enclave music station, and that's very rarely whenever I do that because I hate President Eden.
I love the
He's a
one.
dick.
I love the song about chopping women's meat. And he got thrown in jail and he was chopping on his cellmate. That song. I don't remember how it goes.
Whacking and whacking and whacking. He's whacking and whacking and whacking. He's whacking and whacking and whacking.
Hack,
Okay, I think
whack,
that's enough
chop them
whacking
meat.
for 1 minute.
That song was fun, man.
And I actually did. That is the song that I started killing the people of Megaton to.
Nice.
There you go.
And
I don't know why I left the homestead. I really must confess. Oh, I missed that game. I really missed that game. But I own it for 360, and I don't have one of
We need
those.
a 360.
I can't believe the 8-track is still in the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I took an 8-track cassette and I jammed it into the Super Nintendo, and it's just been sitting there, looking all like Japanese and stuff, and outdated.
We should get out of here.
Yeah, we should probably call it a night.
Yeah, it's been another edition of Press the Action Button. I am your host, as always, Joystick. With me was Gameface. Say goodbye, Gameface.
This is Gameface signing out. See you next weekend. Peace.
With me, for this week at least, Glitch. Say goodbye, Glitch.
Bye. And good riddance to all of you.
Alright, farewell. Bon voyage.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we'll talk to
You know
you
what they-
guys next week.